Thanks for joining me for another reading through the Bible in chronological order. Today we're in Job chapter 21 in the Christian Standard Bible. And we pick up with Job's reply to Zophar. Then Job answered, "Pay close attention to my words. Let this be the consolation you offer. Bear with me while I speak. Then after I have spoken, you may continue mocking. As for me, is my complaint against a human being? Then why shouldn't I be impatient? Look at me and shudder. Put your hand over your mouth. When I think about it, I am terrified, and my body trembles in horror. Why do the wicked continue to live, growing old and becoming powerful? Their children are established while they are still alive, and their descendants before their eyes. Their homes are secure and free of fear. No rod from God strikes them. Their bulls breed without fail. Their cows calve and do not miscarry. They let their little ones run around like lambs. Their children skip about, singing to the tambour and the lyre, and rejoicing at the sound of the flute. They spend their days in prosperity and go down to Sheol in peace. Yet they say to God, 'Leave us alone. We don't want to know your ways.' Who is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what will we gain by pleading with him? But their prosperity is not of their own doing. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the lamp of the wicked put out? Does disaster come on them? Does he apportion destruction in his anger? Are they like straw before the wind, like chaff a storm sweeps away? God reserves a person's punishment for his children. Let God repay the person himself, so that he may know it. Let his own eyes see his demise. Let him drink from the Almighty's wrath. For what does he care about his family once he is dead, when the number of his months has run out? Can anyone teach God knowledge, since he judges the exalted ones? One person dies in excellent health, and completely secure and at ease. His body is well fed, his bones are full of marrow, yet another person dies with a bitter soul, having never tasted of prosperity. But they both lie in the dust, and worms cover them. I know your thoughts very well, the schemes by which you would wrong me. For you say, 'Where now is the nobleman's house? And where are the tents the wicked live in?' Have you consulted those who travel the roads? Don't you accept their reports? Indeed, the evil person is spared from the day of disaster, rescued from the day of wrath. Who would denounce his behavior to his face? Who would repay him for what he has done? He is carried to the grave, and someone keeps watch over his tomb. The dirt on his grave is sweet to him. Everyone follows behind him, and those who go before him are without number. So how can you offer me such futile comfort? Your answers are deceptive." And here in the third cycle, Eliphaz speaks. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied, "Can a man be of any use to God? Can even a wise man be of use to him? Does it delight the Almighty if you are righteous? Does he profit if you perfect your behavior? Does he correct you and take you to court because of your piety? Isn't your wickedness abundant? And aren't your iniquities endless? For you took collateral from your brothers without cause, stripping off their clothes and leaving them naked. You gave no water to the thirsty and withheld food from the famished. While the land belonged to a powerful man and an influential man lived on it, you sent widows away empty-handed, and the strength of the fatherless was crushed. Therefore snares surrounded you, and sudden dread terrifies you, or darkness so you cannot see, and a flood of water covers you. Isn't God as high as the heavens? And look at the highest stars, how lofty they are. Yet you say, 'What does God know?' Can he judge through total darkness? Clouds veil him so that he cannot see, as he walks on the circle of the sky. Will you continue on the ancient path that wicked men have walked? They have snatched away before their time, and their foundations were washed away by the rivers. They were the ones who said to God, 'Leave us alone, and what can the Almighty do to us?' but it was he who filled their houses with good things. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. The righteous see this and rejoice. The innocent mock them, saying, surely our opponents are destroyed, and fire has consumed what they left behind. Come to terms with God and be at peace. And in this way, God will come to you. Receive instruction from his mouth, and place his sayings in your heart. If you return to the Almighty, you will be renewed. If you banish injustice from your tent and consign your gold to the dust, the gold of Ophir to the stones and the wadis, the Almighty will be your gold and your finest silver. Then you will delight in the Almighty and lift up your face to God. You will pray to him, and he will hear you, and you will fulfill your vows. When you make a decision, it will be carried out, and light will shine on your ways. When others are humiliated and you say, let them up, lift them up, God will save the humble. He will even rescue the guilty one, who will be rescued by the purity of your hands. So Job answered, today also my complaint is bitter. His hand is heavy despite my groaning. If only I knew how to find him, so that I could go to his throne, I would plead my case before him and fill my mouth with arguments. I would learn how he would answer me and understand what he would say to me. Would he prosecute me forcefully? No. He would certainly pay attention to me. Then an upright man could reason with him, and I would escape from my judge forever. If I go east, he is not there, and if I go west, I cannot perceive him. When he is at work to the north, I cannot see him. When he turns south, I cannot find him. Yet he knows the way I have taken, which he has tested me, and I will emerge as pure gold. My feet have followed in his tracks. I have kept to his way and not turned aside. I have not departed from the commands from his lips. I have treasured the words from his mouth more than my daily food. But he is unchangeable, and who can oppress him? He does what he desires. He will certainly accomplish what he has decreed for me. And he has many more things like these in mind. Therefore I am terrified in his presence. When I consider this, I am afraid of him. God has made my heart faint. The Almighty has terrified me. Yet I am not destroyed by the darkness, by the thick darkness that covers my face. So once again, we see the missing arrows between the friends and Job. How Job responds to the friends in the conclusion of the second cycle. How even the wicked, their children don't die. Even the wicked, they still have houses. Even the wicked, their calves are coming from the cows. But what has happened to me? I've lost all of that. Eliphaz's response was pretty succinct. I think I can word it this way. Does he correct you and take you to court because of your piety? Is he challenging you because you're pious? No, of course not. It's because your iniquities are endless. And it's a shame to watch this exchange happen between people who are supposed to be friends. And Job isn't always completely fair with his friends. But the sad reality is that his friends are acting and speaking on a false premise that when evil things happen, it must be because God is displeased. And Job himself struggles with that. And that's why he wants to speak with God. Join me for another reading tomorrow as we continue our way through the Bible chronologically.